Harland came to prominence. Hold on, we're going to work your microphone here properly, because
Harland came into prominence as one of the Little Rascals.
I was Porky, the one you never really hear about.
You're my
favorite
Porky. Rascal.
Yeah, I'm a little Jinxons. I am. I went above being a rascal to a Jinxons. And then
that's the next highest level of rascal. Is
and then I went up one more. I was a naughty little cinnamon angel. And then I just went right up into the highest level you can go, creepy neighbor.
That's like that's black belt, isn't it?
That's pretty good. Harland, of course, you know, and shot to prominence with Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
Dumb and Dumber and Dumberer. You didn't get into Dumb and Dumberer, though, did you?
Thank God I didn't get into Dumb and Dumberer.
I want to say,
awful.
this is Bill Leff's film career, too. Major League One.
Yeah.
Big, fifth card, sixth card in that movie?
Yeah.
So, pretty big role.
Yeah.
Then Major League 2.
Yeah.
Like 12th card in that movie. That's bad. When you go to the sequel and then you lose
some space.
Lose some space in the role. And then Major League 3, they go, and they're going through people they invited back.
Yeah.
And they got left. Forget
Don't
about
need
it.
them.
Don't need them for that.
But that's probably a good thing, because it seems the more they do the movies, the worse they get.
Right. And Harland has freed me up to do more instructional videos, which are a lot more fun, I think.
And industrial films?
Yeah.
You really do enjoy.
I love your documentary, the thing you did on how to get rid of fire ants.
It's nice of you to remember that.
That's great. Thank you for that, by the way. My yards never look better.
You're welcome, man.
Wonderful work.
You should see that thing you did for the tool and die industry, though. I got to tell you.
You don't have to. You don't have to do that.
Yeah,
also,
drill me. Yeah.
Something about Mary. To this day, I've seen it. I'd never seen a movie more than 2 or 3 times. 5 times and laughed harder every time. And you have a pivotal scene in there too.
Oh, thanks, man.
Really, you're funny in that.
Yeah, that was fun to play the serial killer hitchhiker guy, man. The 7-minute abs dude. And the Farrellys are great because they let me improvise so much of that. You know, they let me just wing it, and I made up all those crazy lines and 7 little chipmunks sitting on a branch eating lots of sunflowers on my uncle's ranch. Yeah, it was good. I like that they let me do that.
I'm sure you've had this question before, but when you're doing something, I consider that to be one of the funniest movies of all time. When you're doing something that's that golden, do you know? Are you just doing it hoping, or do you know?
No, you don't know. I mean, to be honest, when I first got the Dumb and Dumber script, they actually had me read for the co-lead role, Jeff Daniels' role, and I honestly read the script and I was like, ew, this kind of sucks.
Yeah.
And it was about the actors they used and the director and the way they played everything out. Yeah. And the same was something about Mary. I was just like, this movie just kind of sits here, you know, when I was reading it. But then when those guys put it all the pieces together, wow, it just really, it's a classic now, both of them.
I think that's true. And when these brothers get together, I don't understand what it is with brothers in movies. Why, like the Coen brothers, the Farrellys.
The Warshawskis are hysterical.
The
Warshawskis, the Hardy Boys do a great movie. They're fantastic. Good mystery movie.
The Smothers Brothers.
Hilarious. Didn't they do did they do Schindler's List, those guys?
That was their
hilarious work. Oh, unreal.
I don't know where I was going with that. I was going to try backdoor talking about the Coen Brothers movie.
Yeah.
You're not in this movie though, so why the hell would we talk about it?
And you seem a little disoriented right now, too.
You know what happened?
What can we do to help you?
That's his natural state.
Let me tell you what happened. We had what we call our newsman Jim Johnson made a mistake. Now this never happens. Harland, this never happens. It's called a Jimism when he makes a mistake. He makes them about once an hour, and they're always really good, sort of subconscious kinds of mistakes. It isn't like a mispronouncing a word. It's creating a visual that you can never get out of your head. So I'm being told about this now, unfortunately. I guess on delayed reaction. Bob, you're on WLS?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What did you hear?
That the witnesses were intimidated because they were beaten to death.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Yeah,
I was listening to you on the way in, and I thought that's
that would be
pretty
intimidating.
Extreme.
Let's listen to the audio tape.
2 teenage girls have been charged with beating a female witness to death. This involves the shooting deaths last month of that off-duty police officer and his female companion shot while they were parked on a street. Well, police who've been investigating the shooting deaths of Robert Soto and Catherine Romberg say that they are struggling with, quote, witness intimidation. They didn't beat the witness to death.
No.
They beated a witness.
They beated a witness
involved in the death of an off-duty police
there
detective.
aren't enough T-shirts to send you based on the last few minutes.
Good luck getting something, Bob.
All right, hold on 1 second, Bob.
Okay.
We'll get you something.
It's a tough town, Harlan. That's the point we're trying to make.
Yeah, it's
Be careful when you leave the studios, Harlan. There's an alley next door.
Try not to witness a shooting.
You grew up in Canada. It's a little easier going, I guess.
So you're saying, being in this city, I stand a chance of being beated?
Beat it to death, and then questioned about it afterwards, which is often what occurs.
You got to fill out the paperwork after you've been beaten to death. That's the weird,
man.
Yeah.
Harlan Williams, by the way,
Michael Jackson beat it.
Is going to be at the Improv tonight. Don't tell me. It's going to be at the Improv tonight, and will you be there tomorrow night too? Or
I'm there all weekend. It's
all
way
weekend?
out there in Schaumburg. It's 2 shows tonight, 2 shows Saturday, 1 show Sunday. The Schaumburg Improv.
When you got into show business, Harlan, did you think, well, someday I bet I get to play Schaumburg? Was that something that you were thinking about early on?
You know what? I'm not going to take this. I am not going to take this because I think the Improv is a great club.
It's not just a good club. It's a
great club, and it's right off of that 53, whatever that 294, 53 thing. It's easy to get to.
Easy on,
and
easy
you
off.
people are constantly trying to make nothing out of it.
Schaumburg's a big city.
Yeah.
It really is.
And if not for Schaumburg, come and see me. I mean, I'm a little jewel diamond in the rough.
And there's an Orange Julius near there, too, I think.
There is an Orange Julius. And if you have a kid with braces on his teeth, they'll actually let you grind the pulp right on their face and make your own Orange Julius by grinding an orange on their teeth.
Harlan, don't move. Whatever you do, don't move. Freeze! Otherwise, Jim's going to come in here and beat you to death. Harlan Williams, right back to him in just a minute. Christina has her traffic in 60 seconds.